Ukrainian strike drones attacked an oil depot in the village of Stalnoy Kon near the city of Oryol, which is 110 kilometers from the Ukrainian border. Andrei Klitschkov, the governor of the Oryol region, reported this. Also, eyewitness videos are all over the internet. The attack on the tank farm took place on the night of December 22nd, resulting in a fire at the fuel infrastructure facility. In the sky above one of the city's districts, locals observed an unknown drone flying over a high-rise building towards the oil depot. At the same time, the sounds of explosions and a strong fire were reported in the area of the oil depot, which had been attacked earlier. It should be noted that during the attack on the oil depot on December 14, 2024, drones struck the Stalnoy Kon linear production and dispatch station where large volumes of oil products are stored. The strike hit one of the tanks, causing a massive fire. It should be noted that this is the third attack on the oil depot, the first of which took place on November 16, 2024, when drones attacked the territory of the oil depot. The strike damaged oil storage tank number 28, which was a quarter full. Militarny previously reported that on the night of December 19th, drones attacked an oil refinery in the Rostov region of the Russian Federation. A hit was recorded at the Novoshakhtinsky oil products plant. After that, a fire broke out at the enterprise. The authorities of this Russian region also confirmed the hit. According to local residents, the Novoshakhtin refinery was attacked by a large number of drones before the fire broke out. An eyewitness shared with Astra that explosions were heard over the city at night for about 40 minutes, and small arms fire was also heard as the Russians tried to shoot down the drones. Later, Yuri Slusar, acting governor of the Rostov region, reported that Russian air defense was operating not only over Novoshakhtinsk, but also over Taganrog and Bataisk. The region was allegedly attacked by over 30 UAVs and 3 missiles, most of which were allegedly shot down. Last night, there was also explosions in Ryazan, where another oil refinery is located, and it could be a possible target. The acting governor of the Kursk region of Russia, Alexander Kinstein, clearly explained to the residents that no one is going to rebuild their houses at public expense because they still have the SMO going on. Every shell costs money.
The state will not take on 100% of the expenses. We are not going to compensate for the destroyed bathhouse. Not because we do not want to do this, but because we need to. Just imagine how much effort. Roads are destroyed. Schools, hospitals, clinics, shops, pharmacies, your homes. How are we going to restore all this? And we still have the special military operation going on. And the special military operation is high-tech. We need to liberate land. And excuse me, every shell costs money.
Russia is receiving more and more weapons from the North Korea, and this time it is very serious. On this train, we can see 10 Coxswain self-propelled guns, and Warthog Defense reported about this self-propelled howitzers, but there is something that we didn't saw until now. North Korean intermediate-range ballistic missiles with a range of 2,000 kilometers, KN-15. The Pukguksong-2, U.S. designation KN-15, is a North Korean medium-range ballistic missile derived from the Pukguksong-1 submarine-launched ballistic missile. North Korea first flight tested the Pukguksong-2 on February 12, 2017, from an airbase in the country's western North Pyongan province. According to South Korean authorities, the missile flew 500 kilometers and reached a maximum altitude of 550 kilometers before landing in the Sea of Japan. While South Korea initially suspected that the test involved a Nodong or modified Musudan missile, North Korean state media announced the successful test of the Pukguksong-2 Korean-style new type strategic weapon system several hours after initial reports. The Pukguksong-2 has entered combat service, and its launch vehicles have featured in larger numbers at recent North Korean parades. In 2019, the United Nations confirmed that North Korea had deployed the Pukguksong-2 at its northern missile bases. 3. The United States National Air and Space Intelligence Center has also listed the Pukguksong-2 as a deployed system. This means that Putin is further escalating his failed invasion of Ukraine by involving more North Korea in the conflict and giving the war multilateral dimension. Russians attempted to cross the Dnipro near the Antonivsky Bridge but didn't make it. Despite heavy shelling with casualties, injuries, and damage to homes and infrastructure, the enemy couldn't even reach the middle of the river, said Southern Defense Forces spokesperson Vladislav Voloshin. We reported that Russian forces are gathering more than 300 boats to cross Dnipro River again, but Ukrainian defenders are waiting for them, and for now inflicting them with heavy casualties. The civil unrest in Russia is continuing. Several police cars are set on fire in Moscow, St. Petersburg, and Tver. Several Russian pensioners were allegedly tricked by scammers into carrying out risky stunts in crowded places in Moscow and St. Petersburg. Petersburg on December 21st, police said. A number of the pensioners have been detained, the police said. Law enforcement is still searching for at least one of the suspects. It is unclear who is behind the scam. One incident took place at the Fort Shopping Center in northeastern Moscow. The building was evacuated following a small explosion in the Public Services Center located there. One woman was treated for injuries after she fell amid the rush for the doors. Meanwhile, a shopping center and a post office in the suburban Moscow towns of Korolev and Khimki, respectively, were evacuated the same day on similar grounds. The same day, 2 retired women in St. Petersburg allegedly tried to set fire to a police car at the direction of telephone scammers. They have been detained, and a case has been opened against them on terrorist charges. Meanwhile, unnamed Orenburg resident sentenced to 19 years in prison for allegedly passing Russian military members' data to the FBI. The unidentified man, who was born in 1993, was found guilty of high treason and other charges, the FSB said in a statement. The FSB accused the man from the city of Orenburg of passing information on the identity and other personal data of Russian servicemen to the United States Federal Bureau of Investigation. He was first arrested in January 2023. Mothers send off conscripts to defend the border in Russian Belgorod region with the eternal words, "You're leaving as boys and will return as men." Good chance they will instead be sent to combat on the front line in Kursk, as has been happening with other conscripts. Current law states that conscripts cannot be deployed to combat with less than 4 months of training and cannot be deployed outside of Russia. Therefore, to the war in Ukraine. Yet many of them are. Conscripts cannot legally be deployed to fight outside Russia, but very often they end up on the other side of the border by way of signing up for professional army post-conscription.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.